Really, what have I gotten myself into? I mean, the endings alone are a little much to handle. But it is nicely balanced out with the kind of daily lives of what seems to be mostly real characters, personality traits that do exist and have existed in people I know. Some a lot more closer to home than I would like to admit. This isn't how it's supposed to open. I feel all out of place now. I don't know what's going on. But considering, previous episodes have gone through the years of school and New Year's, Christmas, Valentine's Day, how many kind of traditional holidays go completely unannounced because they're kind of niche. And how many things do we not know about from various cultures? So with now part of the extra cast there being shown off, slightly knowing a few more of them. I don't think I mentioned that at all during the opening, just the animation on the hair. They were brought along for a reason. Did they really need... Well, you didn't help out at all. Does it really need framing? Can it need to stand on the seat? True friend right there. Not sure I'd give up my space. Dummy. She seemed to be enthralled by that one singer. Wow, for her to be speechless. A good question. I don't think many people want to be face down eating cherry blossoms. Probably best not to ask. It's not much of an inside family goldfish now, is it? Now, that is a... Do you want a fish man? But just in case. But there's a few stories where that kind of trope exists, and I can think of a few people there that would be okay with their pets turning, a bit anthropomorphic. It is definitely the kind of temperature where I should be wrapping up warm. But not wearing any. I suppose that wasn't a joke made either. Half scoop. What? Well, what do you think this half servings? No, give me my full dinner. This is turning into an advert for allergy medication. I'm sure they know him by first name basis at this point. Straight into a news report. The most dangerous of all weapons. Malik. Okay, that makes sense. We almost had something wrong with the universe there. Relaxing there, laying back against the bed. She's not home right now. Wait, what? I thought she was calling to ask about advice. Not overwriting yet one of our save files. Was this a April Fool's? She took that one personally. Good thing she didn't say anything too untoward. She needs to practice a bit. Have you done yours? If it's only you being singled out for not doing your homework and not handing it in. Good figurine in the background. I've actually seen that one somewhere. This is a bit fast. Can you wait until she's finished the chapter? I mean, she's... Does it mean more presence? And someone to actually keep track of him. Actually, that might be a good idea. It's best not to interject here with your own answer. I remember that feeling very well. It just makes it better that, like, the week after, the program came back with a correction, because I was right. This is a bit over the heads of a lot of like normal kind of easier questions. Mm-hmm. 390 yen. After all of this time, they've not visited her house? What kind of... I wouldn't go with actually, no. A white ferret, maybe, but wouldn't go with a ferret as my first guess. It's a rather humble abode. Of course. So not too far away from their imaginations. A small world indeed. I mean, she looks pretty much like I do when I first wake up. And who's left out, though? Good. So formal. And here comes the tragedy. Put on a tough front. And as soon as she turns around, damn! That's why she's sad about it. Who are you again? I liked that joke. Talking about being part of the background and then being painted in watercolour. I don't think my school ever had too much thought over splitting up its class like that. It started off with just academic ability. Not much more than that. We're here to... Made it in time. What a great first impression. Let's hope that she doesn't meet any new students this year. The fact that this is their last year. Are they going to finish it out before the end of this season? Well, at least it was only a minor head wound. Although that kind of reaction probably wouldn't be tolerated in a lot of places. Sorry, could you speak up? I mean, throughout the first years of high school, I never talked to anyone. Well, rarely. What a different... different kind of introduction than the one before. This one was straight to the point. She doesn't quite want to take it up on her by herself. I mean, I feel uncomfortable. Just trying out a whole bunch of new designs and hairstyles, I see. I mean, her life, she tries to compare it to all sorts of anime and stories like that. Fortunately, nothing's quite so glossy. Her best friend in the world. Don't put that thought in her head now. Or at least she didn't have to worry about it beforehand. She is frail, as we've been told. Don't get lost. You have no idea where it is. How big is the school for you not to, not know about it after being there for a while? And I thought someone like her would have tried to skip class a few times to get into the nurse's office. I was about to say it's either for playing games or sleeping. For the one that she just kind of walked into and met on the day, it's quite a good coincidence. Let's leave it at that. There's quite a few people who I was friends with during middle school and either didn't end up going to the same school or were in different classes entirely. It's taking so much mental energy to not fall asleep. She needs to level up her resistance to sleep a bit. Well, not staying up all night on her computer. It's just wasting all that valuable screen time being asleep. I remember taking notes. Don't remember being able to read them. It could be formulas, it could be a foreign language, it could be the art project. Oh. How could she ever think about staying up this late? Oh, goody. What happened? She's back to her usual bubbly self. The 15th episode and both of you are still here. You can't do that. What, is he moving on to bigger and better things, being into the actual show? Ah, April Fools. Oh, she is an idol. I'm sure she has bookings and jobs everywhere, every night. She actually got something that she wanted? I'll be waiting for that. Looks like she's quite pumped as well. At least it's kind of staved off her violence for a while. This is what we've all been waiting for. Do you think it's... Do you think it's going to swap over to be the other VA at any point for this? Like for the live concert? You're wasting a lot of... My time isn't that valuable, but you can at least sing a little. Okay. But of course, yeah, I wouldn't advise playing around on rocks all too much. They could... Oh, back at gamers. It could be dangerous if you slip and fall. And considering, she's been away in this other class for 5 years straight, this is the first we're seeing of those other students. They're such good friends. Just not too high up in the priority list. And as the days go on, it does get harder and harder to, well, be so chipper and chirpy awake in the mornings. I do remember several days quite vividly, surprisingly, in which I was barely awake. Don't really remember the day per se, but I do remember struggling so hard in class. And I wish I could say I was any different than Kanata, but 2 a.m? That's kind of rookie numbers. I am probably not healthy. And with Shirashi singing for us at the end, making every moment even more enjoyable, even when he's, just stood there trying to think of what to do. It definitely feels like at least they're having fun. Some shows feel quite a bit like corporate by the numbers, not whatever you would call this. And I guess then, no matter what class you end up in, whether or not you remember where the nurse's office is, you can still make the most of your situation. Not having to share your homework notes, meeting new people, not having a teacher that also spends her days online playing games. Although, personally, I think I'd like that teacher. But also, if you can guess what a person's house is like based on their personality and kind of past events and families, I wonder what people truly think how I live. But no matter what school, living conditions, or anything else you may face, I might actually take some of my own advice for once. And so, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Lucky Star. It's not the only one, there might be more, so keep your eyes open. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Leaving a like and a comment helps out the video, helps out me, helps out the channel. Makes me bring you some more, especially if you subscribe. Won't miss out, hopefully. But the best thing you can do is just enjoy your time. Come back for the next one. My patrons definitely seem as though they know their way around. And so, if you would like to help me get to the nurse's office that is my channel, consider joining on to my Patreon as well. And maybe one day, I'll actually know what it is I'm meant to be doing. But until then, I need to thank Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Girly, Saltytron, Cardboard, Darkshadow 7899, Croyville, and everyone else. And maybe, just maybe one day, I will get my own time on the stage.